As you know, a Premiere Pro project refers to files on a hard drive. It doesn't contain them. So if you delete or move a source file, the project won't know where to find it. And when you open a project that can't locate a source file, you'll be confronted with a dialog box to ask you where that file is, or alternatively, whether you want to skip that file or make it offline. If you know where the file is, you can use the dialog box to locate it. This project can't find a file called Seagull02, and that's because I've moved it on the hard drive. If I can locate the file, I can select it. And Premiere Pro will now know where that file is located from now on. Now it's asking for another file called Pelicans. That file was also moved and put in a different folder. Let's say I don't know the location of that file. I have two other choices. I could skip the file, or I could make it offline. If I choose to skip the file, I'm telling Premiere Pro that I don't have the file now, but I'd like to use a placeholder instead. If the file is missing the next time I open the project, Premiere Pro will prompt me again to locate it. If I choose offline, I'm telling Premiere Pro that I'd like to use a placeholder until I actively locate the clip from within the Premiere Pro project. In video editing, the word offline can mean several different things. Here, an offline clip means the clip's information is present in the project, but not its associated media. That means the project will list the clip in the project, and even how it was used in sequences, but it won't be able to actually show the clip's content. I'll choose offline and show you what I mean. If you look in the project panel, you can see that the Seagull number 2 clip has been located and it plays as usual. But the Pelicans clip has a different icon. This icon means that it's offline. In other words, Premiere Pro remembers the clip, but it doesn't know where the media is on the hard drive. Similarly, if I look in the sequence, I can see that the media is offline here too. Premiere Pro remembers how I used it, where it belongs, but it can't show the actual image. It just shows a frame that says media offline. If at a later point I find or recover the source file, I can link it back to the clip reference in the project. I can do that by going to the project panel and right-clicking the offline file and choosing Link Media. Now I'll navigate to where the media is on the hard drive. Here it is, and I'll choose Select. So it has a normal icon in the project panel, and it also appears in the actual sequence. Now that the clip is linked to its media, it will play back normally, both here in the project panel and here in any sequences that it's been used. You might keep a clip offline deliberately. For example, you might want to keep the clip information in the project, but you want to save some hard disk space. If the clip came from a time-coded videotape source, you could always recapture the clip, as you'll see in the movie on logging and capturing. Also, you might opt to skip other files associated with the project, specifically the preview files, which are rendered effects. You'll learn more about that in the movie on previewing. But if you don't want to use a clip, delete it from the project first. Or you can select it and right-click it and choose Make Offline. Then you can choose whether the media files remain on disk or are deleted. But in general, you want to avoid moving or renaming any source footage on the operating system level. This way you won't end up confusing Premiere Pro or yourself.